Welcome everyone, let's begin this news edition. Here are today's hot topics in the cryptoverse. Bitcoin price slowly declined below 24,000, Ethereum settled below 1900, Doge is gaining pace and EOS rallied over 20% in the last 24 hours. We'll talk more about this. Also, Binance temporarily suspends withdrawals for a second time this summer. Tornado Cash received 75% of funds laundered on Ethereum. Google's parent company has been increasing its investment in the crypto space, and Colombia is going to prevent tax evasion with a national CBDC. I'm gonna go into the details now. Let's get started. Hi guys, you're watching Crypto Corner, a video podcast where we talk everything crypto related to help you navigate easily in the cryptoverse. I started this channel 6 years ago to discuss the latest developments in blockchain tech and give you my view and analysis of the crypto markets, and today is no different. So let's start with the hot topics. Starting with this big pump in EOS in the past 24 hours, ahead of all other alts, EOS has rallied by more than 20%. And this is due to a rebranding that they just revealed, as EOS is moving away from their Block One, the developer company, which really failed to deliver any of the promised features and did not bring the EOS ecosystem to the level that it needed in order to compete with its peers. Now, a new tweet from the EOS Foundation implies that the project's long-awaited rebrand will take place later today. The rebrand comes ahead of the EOS Foundation's planned hard fork, which is set to take place on September 21st. If you remember, EOS famously raised a record-breaking $4 billion through its ICO in 2017, and it was built as one of the most lucrative investments of the year. And it was indeed. I was one of the early investors and it made me a few thousand% gains profit back then, but the developers somewhat abandoned the ship and nothing really got built on EOS for a very long time, which prompted fierce criticism from the community, pretty much from all sides, all corners. Then the EOS Foundation said that it would seek legal recourse against Block One for what it called negligence and fraud following the EOS ICO. Right now, the EOS Foundation is gearing up to completely cut ties with Block One, entering a new chapter in the blockchain's development, and it seems their community is on board with this. This is why EOS rallied more than 20% in the last 24 hours. Unfortunately, the rebrand is happening today, so I feel that the hype surrounding this is already subsiding, so I don't really expect any further big rallies, at least not in the very short term. Of course, later down the line, as they start releasing new features and launching, new things built on EOS, we might be seeing some more rallies, but in the short term, in the next few days, I'm not really expecting this to continue. Meanwhile, the top coins are still in corrective mode. Bitcoin price struggled to clear the 24.5 resistance zone. Bitcoin slowly moved below 24,000 level. It is currently moving further down towards the 23,000 level. This is affecting the rest of the market. Ethereum settled below 1900. It also broke the 1850 support, so right now, by the time I post this video, it will probably head towards the 1800 level. This is not a huge correction though, and I expect another attempt to break the 2000 to follow soon. The next key resistance is near the $1,950 level, above which the price will retest 2000. BNB is down 2%. ADA also broke below the key 55 cents support zone. Solana also failed to stay above the 42.50 support zone. Doge is also having a noticeable pullback after gaining 8% yesterday and losing it all today. Still, it is above the 7 cents support for now. In my previous technical analysis, I said that this is to be expected, so no surprise there. Indicators pointed towards a continuation of this move and a consolidation after the pullback. This is quite predictable, so this is where we are right now. I will do another TA in the next episode, so don't miss that one. Now, as it happens, Tornado Cash has found itself in the midst of a scandal implicating it in the attacks on Ethereum blockchain bridges, including Harmony's Horizon bridge by the North Korea-sponsored Lazarus Group. To make things worse for the mixer, new data has come to light that shows that Tornado Cash has so far received more than 74% of the total funds laundered on the Ethereum network, which is in excess of 300 Ether, according to the AML analysis report by blockchain security firm Slowmist. In addition, the research also discovered that Tornado Cash accounts for the largest chunk of the initial funding for money laundering incidents on the Ethereum and Bitcoin networks. All in all, Tornado Cash seems to have been used to launder over $7 billion worth of digital assets since its creation in 2019, including the assets of the Lazarus Group, forcing the United States Treasury Department to place sanctions on the mixing service in early August. This led to the arrest of one of its developers, and the question remains, was he involved directly in these crimes, or is he seen as an enabler, in which case there could be a legal ground for prosecuting. I've been reporting on this story since last week, since it's broke, as it is a topic that I care about. We've lost most of the privacy features in crypto over the last 5 years, and I'm quite worried that anonymity and privacy are under immense pressure from governments all over the world. We really need to regain some of the privacy we used to have, and I just don't see how can this happen when bad actors will always exploit this and continue to give the agencies more power and more reasons to suppress or reject privacy completely. In other news, Binance suspends withdrawals again, temporarily of course. In a tweet posted earlier today, the crypto exchange stated that the incident occurred at 7 o'clock this morning, Universal Time Standard, blaming it on a technical issue emanated from a third-party service provider. They didn't specify what was that service provider, and this is now the second time in the last 2 months that we see such action from Binance, prompting many to question and of course speculate on why could this be. So far, there is no indication of any trouble on the Binance horizon, but of course, Twitter users were quick to start calling for all kind of doom and gloom scenarios. I personally don't think that we have any grounds to start worrying about Binance, not at this point. Moving on. Another research report which provides interesting insights on how the top 100 public companies in the US are investing in the blockchain or crypto space has just been released. It reveals that Google's parent company Alphabet back in 2021 had already invested at least $500 million in 17 blockchain companies, including blockchain.com, Dapper Labs and Ripple. This amount goes up for the last quarter of last year up to June. This year they apparently invested over $1.5 billion in 4 blockchain firms: Fireblocks, Dapper Labs, Voltage and Digital Currency Group. I know this is not the same as directly investing in crypto, but it's actually really bullish for the whole crypto market in my opinion. Way more bullish than last year's Tesla purchase of Bitcoin, which, as we found out, they sold just before the peak this year at a loss. Well, not all of it, they sold 75% of it. And lastly, Colombia is the latest country to jump on the CBDC trend. The Cointelegraph reports about a national digital currency being seen as means to curb tax evasion in the country, which is estimated to be up to an 8% of the country's GOP. And of course, they will use the pretext of tax crimes and money laundering this is their best rhetoric, to impose even more surveillance on their people. It's always in the face of fighting the criminals, but the end result is we lose every inch of privacy we used to have, slowly but surely, and this is why crypto was invented in the early days. But alas, we are allowing for the complete demolition of personal freedoms and liberty, and this trend has gathered so much pace, there's nothing we seem to be able to do to stop it, unfortunately. Well, let me know what is your take on CBDCs. You already know mine. Well, this guys wraps up today's episode of Crypto Corner. I'm glad you got to watch it in full, and if you liked it, show your support by smashing the like button, leave a comment, share with all your friends. This really helps and I'm grateful for it. Also, don't forget to check out the links below in the description where I post all the crypto services that I'm personally using and that I recommend to you too. It's time for me to go, and I'm gonna see you in the next episode. One of our sponsors is Token Metrics. I chose them to be one of our partners specifically because I use this website a lot in my marketing analysis and research. If you want to know when is the right time to enter a position on any coin or token, and more importantly, when to exit, because this is really the difficult part. There are loads of metrics here to help you with that. This is one of their new tools that helps me analyze the market better and spot the right entry or exit points. As you can see, it gives you a green signal when the market turns bullish, meaning we are in an uptrend, and the red signals indicate when the market has turned bearish. Thus, exiting positions and preventing losses becomes really easy with this tool. There are so many tools that you can use. Here's another one, the out season Bitcoin season indicator, that gives me a very good idea if it's time to diversify into outs or should my focus be on Bitcoin instead. There is no need to be a back holder during a bear market. I think by now that much is clear. And with this tool, it's a no-brainer. They provide in-depth data and stats on all cryptocurrencies and a lot of new upcoming projects, launches and token sales too. This is where I find unknown gems before they hit the mainstream, and I particularly like their emails with detailed breakdown on technicals and fundamentals on the projects that they research, and their expertise in this field is second to none. You can also customize your portfolio and track your P&L day to day, and you can create separate portfolios for different exchanges that you use to monitor your progress in the most efficient way. There are so many categories to choose from when analyzing the markets, way more than I've seen on any data aggregator website, so you can really advance your analysis and improve your investment strategies. I've been a premium member of Token Metrics for the past 2 years, and I'm using it on a daily basis. They send us emails, host webinars and podcasts with technical analysis, and they go deeper into their research of new projects or current market conditions. I find this really helpful in my own market analysis, as they give me a hint to things that I might have missed or overlooked otherwise. They offer a trial period and you get a 10% discount and a free ebook with my link, so go check it out, it's in the description below.